Hello, Jess Too Good here with the LEGO Ninjago Legacy Summer 2020 Destiny's Bounty set. This retails for $130 in the United States, where it's going to release in August with 1,781 pieces, 7 minifigures, and this was sent to me early by Tom Jurassic, so thank you so much, Tom. Go check out his links in the description, and let's take a look at those minifigures. We'll start with the only exclusive minifigure of this set, which is this new remade version of Young Lloyd. We haven't gone Young Lloyd since 2012, and you can see this torso print is really the exclusive part with some back torso printing and some front torso printing. This design does have a face print that was used since the Ninjago movie sets with a shocked look and then a more confident smirk at the back. Also, his weapon is pretty simple and he has a cloth cape as well. And aside from Lloyd, all the other minifigures used their legacy outfits introduced last year. We have Kai, which his torso has some back torso printing. He uses his face print from the Ninjago movie sets, as well as that more determined look at the front face print. And here is Kai all decked out with the equipment with his sword of fire, as well as that neck attachment katana holder. And for Jay's legacy outfit, lots of nice printing on the front and the back. And his face print does have a pretty determined look right there, as well as a much goofier look at the front, which works well with that mask piece. And here is Jay all decked out with his nunchucks of lightning, now using the dragon handle on both ends, a golden katana, as well as an extra golden katana being held by that neck attachment, which has that nice shoulder pad design. For Cole, same thing with the legacy design from last year. Nice torso printing at the front and the back. A pretty confident look at the back here. And then at the front, a more determined look. Again, that's from the Ninjago movie sets, but also used for the legacy sets. And Cole, all decked up, has his Scythe of Quakes, which now has that dragon handle at the bottom, as well as another instance of that neck attachment that holds a katana. And finally for Zane, lots of nice printing with the torso and legs, and this back torso printing design as well. Removing the ninja wrap, you can see his face print with the big smile from the Ninjago movie sets, as well as a more angry look at the front. And Zane, all decked out, has the Shriekins of Ice, as well as another one of those neck attachments. Really cool how they include all the golden weapons for the main ninja in this set. And the set also includes the Legacy Samurai X Nya introduced last year, which has the same torso and leg prints. This design does have that face from the Ninjago movie sets, which you can see has a pretty determined look right there, as well as a more happy look at the backside, which works well with the helmet. And you can move this part a little bit up and down, but it's not really meant to be moved. And finally, the set includes Legacy Sensei Wu with that same torso and leg printing and the same face print that was used in the Legacy sets. But it actually started out rather rare, as it was only in the LEGO Ninjago movie Destiny's Bounty before 2019. So here is the new old Destiny's Bounty. Now keep in mind, I haven't gotten to this part of the show yet. I'm barely starting the first season, just finished the pilot stuff. But this is based off of the show's version, which we did get this specific version from the show in 2012 with the snakes sub-theme. Now this design does have a lot more pieces and is the only build of the set, as opposed to that 2012 one, which was a build that also had some side builds and it had less than 1,000 pieces used on the build. That 2012 one didn't have much of a hull, while the one here is so much more elaborate, more akin to the LEGO Ninjago movie version. At the back, you can see how the shaping is much more like a pirate ship, and that will definitely please pirate fans like myself. But you still have all those key features from the 2012 one with those wings at the side, that dragon head at the front, and those really nice cloth sails, which all are incorporated into a play feature to get them to move up and down. Which, to raise the sails, you just gotta push down on this part, which I'm really glad at how smooth that feature works. Another feature comes by pushing down these parts at the back, which make these turbines pop out at each side of the vehicle. The same happens when you push this part at the back as well. It's just the same connection altogether. And by resetting the positioning, you could hide the turbines. Again, this is the same build on both sides, and how that's built requires some precise lining up. You have to make sure those Technic pins are lined up just perfectly, and this one elbow macaroni connection, whatever you want to call it, lines up into this section right here. It was a bit of a pain in the butt, but once you have that feature working, it does work so well. But either way, taking a closer look at the actual builds of the set beyond the play features, I really like this dragon head at the front. This time it looks so much more precise and just more intricate in its different part usage. I like how they have that cupcake top piece for the eye right there, and how they use these Exoforce arms for the shaping around the eye. The shaping here just looks so intricate, and I like it. They have these parts clipped on. They also have the jaw at the bottom, which you could move up and down. This whole head does move up and down just a bit as well. Looks pretty darn good from the front. Same on both sides. And moving on to the ship deck, this part right here has a play feature to raise and lower the anchors. The same build is found on the other side as well. As for the rest of that front deck section, we do have that play feature to raise and lower the sails. Also, the railing here I really like, where they use that dragon handle piece attached to one of these flex tube pieces, and then the lightsaber handle at the end, and how they just have these curved pieces to add to that railing. There's a lot of space to fit your minifigures standing around. This middle section right here has another play feature with a rotating stud shooter. You guys know how these stud shooters work. Press on here, and then you lose your studs forever. No, that one actually just bounced off the phone, so I could easily find that stud again. I like how it's topped off by this little light right here. It just gives it an extra look that I haven't seen with other little stud shooters. Now you can lift up the stud shooter to take a look inside the ship. Unlike that original 2012 Destiny's Bounty, there's an actual interior, which does just have one room. You can't go to this section at the front, as that's where a lot of the gears are at, as well as this section to the back. But they do have some nice railing or even steps covering up that section right there, where you could step up to the cabin. This does have enough space to fit some minifigures inside, and we have a training dummy that's clipped onto the wall there. This design has appeared in other sets before, but it's nice to see it here for consistency. And there's not too much else going on here, though you could use these clips to hold some weapons if you want. And to cover it back up, there's no stud connection. It just kind of slides back into place. A little hard to do from that positioning, but give it one push, and there you go. And the cabin section at the back is another part that can easily be lifted up. And while there's not too much space inside the cabin, I actually like this 2x4 sticker right here for the screen that you can move up and down. And there's also the steering wheel of the ship, which does have two stickers that are the same on both sides. There's some hidden katanas, which are the orange katanas that came in the earlier this year gamer sets, and also another switch to the side right here. And for the removable cabin parts, you can see how much that covers up. But let's remove that one last time to take a closer look at this exterior design. I really love how this design came out. It's probably my favorite exterior section of the whole ship, where they use different designs like the gold bar pieces in black, some of those newer 1x1 round pieces to top it off. You could easily remove the roof here as well. And the interior does have some extra designs where we have this 1x3 sticker that's different on both sides. We also have these two katanas being held, which do give a little bit more space to the cabin's interior when connected. And the walls can be spread out as they're connected via the 1x2 hinge connections, where there's weapons on both sides and clips to hold some more weapons. Also a small bubble windshield piece at the front. Lots of nice uses of the sausage piece, not only in black right there, but at the top right here for some nice shaping. And there's a secret weapon rack if you move this clipped part to the bottom and pull this part out. Totally slid out. You can see there's 2x2 slope pieces with stickers at the front, 1x4 tile pieces with stickers in the middle, these golden katanas held by the clips at the sides. And to slide it back into place, they're just received by that 1x2 hinge receiver. And LEGO has been using this connection of clipped 1x2s and those 1x2 receiving hinge pieces more and more to keep stuff in place, but allow for easy removal as well. Finally, putting the roof back onto the cabin section. The banners behind are the same 2x4 stickered tiles. And taking a look right behind, I like this little section behind the cabin with this round gold build, which does use a canonical hat and a pearl gold. And then all the way at the bottom, there's a small section with the rudder right here, which can be moved around. But that is it for the build of this set. Let's take a look at the packaging and then the final verdict. The box for this set is pretty big, but understandably so. I mean, the last Destiny's Bounty box was, I think, a similar size, but just a little bit thicker. And the back does show various play features, which even to the right, comparing it to the TV show version, this one is more of a long boat, but this is just more of a compact hull. I still think that this is a great interpretation of this compared to any of the other LEGO Ninjago Destiny's Bounties that are from the TV show. The instructions are mega thick, and I will say that they smell like a book this time around. So I don't know if they just upped the printing or something like that. But at the end, they do show the play features in detail, which are also present on the back of the box. They do have an ad for the new Skull Dungeon sets, which I do have one of these on the way. Can you guess which one it is? So overall, this is the ultimate TV show Destiny's Bounty. I mean, the Ninjago movie one is the ultimate Destiny's Bounty, period. But that one is a much bigger set, so it does have more detail and more space for detail. This, however, is a beautiful set that is huge, that still has so much more detail than those other movie interpretations. And it's different enough from the Ninjago movie one that somebody like me can own this and the Ninjago movie one and be perfectly satisfied. This design is so accurate to what I've seen from the TV show version. It also has all of the main characters, the main heroes, which the Ninjago movie one had as well. So it's not losing anything there. For $130, it's a fantastic value with a very intricate and detailed build. Sure, there's no side enemy builds or anything like that, but that was always shoved into those other TV show Destiny Bounty sets. In my opinion, that took away from the detail that could have went into the Destiny's Bounty builds there since they were much smaller sets. With all things considered, I give this set an A+. I have no complaints. The play features here are even better than the ones in the Ninjago movie version. I think they work so smooth, and there's so much that they incorporate here with different gears and everything to get different parts functioning. I'm really, really impressed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.